Welcome back to my channel, Char of Heart. I am Char, doing another filming in the morning. I think I gave myself enough time to wake up, I'm not sure. But I wanted to catch all the beautiful bird sounds while I was doing this. So today I'm going to do a craft. I'm going to take this off. After it comes off without leaving plastic. Yay! And I'm going to use this. This I'm throwing away. I use this as a lid cover on this, which is top to this, which together will be a little bank for a little bitty, a little person. Oh, it's split. Okay, so I put that there so that way you don't get like dust and stuff inside of it. And when you open it up, everything come out like it needed to. First, going into decorator. This was already used by somebody that gave it to me for a little bitty person who wanted a colorful bank. I believe this was one of those cotton candy things. What cotton candy in it? I know it had some type of sweet stuff in it. And it was given to me by a Scoopy's employee. There's an ice cream shop in Benton, Arkansas on, I think it's 620 East Street. Not far. If you go down Military, you'll find it, or Main Street. I think Military or Main Street kind of runs into it. It crosses it, I know that much. 620 East Street, Benton, Arkansas. 72, I don't know, it's 72019. That's probably not the zip code for that shop, but it's close to there. 72015. I think so. Oh yeah, and that ice cream it's one of the cheapest flavors. You got like the waffle cone, I think is $5.50, and you get 2 flavors if you want it. I believe that the extra flavor might be $1 now because you know prices of milk is going up. But anyways, they donated this, and so I'm gonna try to get some decorations done. Start the body. Just gonna kind of. Well, I was hoping to sketch it. If I can just get something I can remove, and I don't washable marker. Aha! Gonna pause it real quick. Okay, I got Crayola washable marker. Making it hard for the camera to focus on it. Come on. Silly sense. And I'm using it because if I mess up on the drawing, I could just rub it off with my finger. And I'm using just a regular black Crayola super tip. They all came in the same what do you call it? The same container of 120 silly cents, smart ups, smash ups, and 100 colors. Using a couple of these for the first time for a first time project. Let's see if I can. Maybe I need to lift it just a bit. Okay. Let's see here. Yep. One side I always get right. That side I usually mess up a couple times. And it doesn't matter if I have little smears because I'm going to color over it with acrylic. That's better. Still not quite even, but it's better. We'll try one more time. I actually say it's a natural thing for people to have trouble with symmetry because our own bodies are not actually perfectly symmetry. There's a slight asymmetry to it, but it's pretty close. Like how our bodies develop when we're in the womb and how it grows. Oh, that's much better. Yay! Third time was a charm. So, since I like the way it's shaped, I suppose I was said I can barely smell it though. It's supposed to be that caramel macchiato. I can barely smell it though. Maybe I release more on paper. So since I have what I'm looking for, I'm gonna get a fine liner. Do I need a fine liner? Yeah, I made a fine liner. And trace over it. Let's see. I want it to be fairly thick. Pick it at 8. I'm trying this, which I haven't tried on paper yet, so I'm not sure how well it's gonna work. It says Pigma Micron, which I got this off of Temu. I'll show you the unboxing in another video. And these are supposed to be water resistant. This says micropigment ink. Oop. This is can't really see it. But light not on. There we go. It says micropigment ink for waterproof and fade proof lines. When I try it on plastic, usually it comes off. But paper, I haven't tested it yet. Maybe I should just do this in the black that the color I'm gonna use of the outline that I want to use. Give it a few minutes to dry, see if it does smear on plastic. Meanwhile, I'm gonna grab some markers and pause it. Okay, it's almost been a minute. I'm gonna use my Arrtx markers to see how well they work on plastic, since they said it's supposed to be able to work on nearly any surface. Available on different surfaces, it says. I see people use it, I'm thinking on glass and plastic online, but I'm not sure. And most people use Mod Podge, but I don't have that. I always wanted to try to see how this would work without having that first. Now I have the markers, I'm gonna test it. Hopefully I'm not talking so low you guys can't see. I mean hear. See. I'll pause it one more time. Alright, let's see if it smears. It does, but it's plastic. Most of these markers don't hold up on plastic. Now, let's put my first bit of marker over it. Get the black off of it. I decided I'm not going to use the black liner because I know it's not going to stay on there. And I don't want to mess up my markers. So I'm cleaning the marker right now. See if I can make it fade a little bit. That way it's not clumping on my markers. Alright. Make another layer. I light colors usually don't do good going over dark colors, but this is doing pretty good. Let it dry a little bit. Make sure I have this cleaned off. Using my acrylic on this, not just to test it, but because I promised that when I got my markers, I would use it on a craft before I started using it on full artwork, other than swatching. Try it one more time. Yeah, I'll start coloring it. I'm going to use a darker color on the outside lining. I'll tell you that micron is definitely staying on here. It does work, stick well to other things, and this is a water-based marker, so I'm trying to get most of it off before it stays. I don't want it to clog up my brush. Alright, I'm going to take a darker color. Starting to stay on the marker. Dab it off again. Now I won't be decorating the whole bucket on camera, but I'm starting it on camera because I promised to, you know, show it off while I'm doing it. Try to keep my promises as best I can, but in reality, most promises, it's best not to make a bunch of promises because things like to interfere as soon as you put your full heart into trying to keep your promise. But it didn't matter how long it took for me to do this. I promised to use these markers, so when I finally got these markers, I held off using them except for swatching, as I promised. It's pushing the marker around a little bit. The ink is getting on the markers, pushing the around a little bit. So it will keep water-based stuff off of it, even though it doesn't stay in place on plastic. So it's going to take a little couple of attempts as the acrylic paint dries to cover this micron marker. Let's see, it's getting on the nib. I don't want that to stay on there. So, note to self: do not use micron on plastic, and try to use acrylic markers, Arrtx markers, or any others, because it will come off, and then the pigment micron will it will stain your marker. So I'm trying to let it dry it and put down more. Now that I've made a mistake, hopefully no one else makes that mistake. Because it's making it hard for this marker to function like it should. And these are not dry markers. And I'm using a light hand so I don't rub off the marker that's already there. Even though it's drying, going over it several times will make it come off. Now I'm gonna put color around this heart so it's not so rough on this side. Later. I'll do one more symbol on camera before I stop filming it, or icon, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see if I have any paper nearby. I mean, other than art paper. Let's see. Decided to use this. So I'm eventually gonna paint on that. It's gonna be a cover for eraser. Because the original cover, this is a eraser I've had for over 10 years. Still does really good. It's starting to get stained. So, and the paper, cardboard starting to come off. So I'm gonna eventually decorate that. Making sure that the paint comes out of the marker. And like I said, using my marker, which is also my roof, it's not too bad. Still using a light touch. Try not to pull any of the paint that's off, that's already on there. Pull it off. Try not to. That's as thick as I want the line. Making sure I clean off the nib. Going to the third color. Almost looks the same color, even though this is a purple and it was a pink. You can kind of see the difference in it now that I'm doing another coat here in a moment. Let's see what happens when I try. Keeping it light. Trying to barely touch the surface. Keeping it short stroke seems to be better. It's not too different. It's a little thicker, a little easier to see, but not that much difference. A little bit on here. Get some of that black off of it. I like the way that looks. Kind of overlapping the colors a little bit. Alright, I'm done with that marker for now. Use a little bit of the purple on this. Just gonna put whatever random colors that I use in the bucket on there. Now let's see. Should be dry enough. Trying to keep a light touch. A little bit of tricky movements from my hand. It's harder to keep steady with a light touch. It almost looks like wings with the strokes in there. Like that. Alright, the heart is done. I'll be doing some more art today, but it won't be on this video. I'm doing several different pieces, so I can have some videos ready for when I get busy again, come in May and June. Got a lot of doctor's appointments I have to attend for different things. Not for anything like chronic, no, I won't say chronic, not for anything terminal. We don't have terminal illnesses in my family. We do have issues like high blood pressure, but they're not like the type that usually takes people out or they die from it. Most of us die from just getting old, or age takes us out, I should say. Gonna rest this. This is dry enough, I think. On the opposite side, I'm just gonna use the color to outline, make the outline. Arrtx marker, a darker purple. Oh, I forgot to tell you which ones I'm using. The first purple was a 41. The blue was a 35. And the pink was a 20. I know most people do that just in case you want to use those colors because you see them used and they look nice. Just so we can put the wings on good. Give it a slight body. Alrighty. We got the outline. And this is 48. Try a darker color, maybe a blue gray, purple gray. That's pretty light. I'm not sure if I like the line to look. Makes it look more of like a leaf butterfly. That's an interesting concept. Oh yeah, that one was gray, purpley gray, 76. And this is going to be 57. I'll put various colors on this because I don't really want it to be just specific 1 or 2 colors. I need to make the veins a little bit darker, so I'll find a darker color. This will need to dry so I can do a second coat of paint. Shiny spot there is where it used to be glue that wouldn't come off from the label. I'm glad I did less veins down here. It's hard to color around them. I guess I could have did like the full light color and then painted over it. I'm just getting used to acrylic because I did alcohol for so long. And usually when you do acrylic with a paintbrush, it's more opaque. And of course you can put a lot of it down with a paintbrush all at once. A little different from the paint pens. Let's see, what color do I want to do now? Make it darker if I can. Let's try this maroonish color, 52. That's a little easier to see. Mm-hmm. Somebody messaged me. That was my brother. I didn't know if I was going to be gone today at all. Not today. I went out yesterday. Alright. He's going to borrow my game system right now. I have the game system. He played his so much that I think it eventually just shorted out. Of course, he had some other things that contributed to that, like being in the storms and stuff. That doesn't help. Let me see, I want to use a pink, a different color pink. I'm going to try 23. Putting all the colors on this butterfly. Ooh. Missed the bucket. No shorter strokes seem to leave more paint on the plastic. Almost kind of look like dots. Definitely leaving more paint doing it that way. It's not a bad color combination. I have never done this color on a butterfly. Of course, I've never done this color combination with the reddish pink, maroonish pink. Kind of looks like an off, kind of maroon light color, like it's got pink in it. But I've done like this type of green with pink before. I'm not sure if I had purple in that picture or not. It's been a long time. My goal is not exactly to use all my markers, but to just make a pretty cool several designs on here with as many markers as I can. So I can truly say I used most of my markers on this project, craft. Which, by the way, I'm doing Xbox and Nintendo Switch games for the time being. And I play all kinds of games. Most of us will eventually do Call of Duty because it's super fun to do the survival rounds with a group of people you can trust. And you get to learn how people think, ooh, that's really pretty. What was it? Just in case I didn't show you, I think I did 23. I still feel like I want to do the black body of the butterfly, mostly because it is really dark, and it's, your brain says, okay, that looks normal. And black goes with any color. I think so does white. Make the shape. Since I already have one layer down, the place where I'm painting is more opaque. I already got paint down. And if you ever look at a butterfly's body up close, like you get to in the country, it tapers smaller at the end. And it kind of comes out a little bit. And a little. That usually tells you there's a difference between the moth and the butterfly. These little things on it. Because you do have brownish butterflies that are actually butterflies. And then the moth has like a fuzzy surface, like a almost luminescent whenever it fluffs off. Butterflies don't usually have it fluff off like that. Alright. I don't really want to go over it again because I don't want to mess it up, but I need to. This was already painted over something, so it's opaque. The pink and green was not. The purple's dark, so it doesn't really look opaque. I'll go over it one more time, and then I will be closing this video. Let's see, because I want it to be 2. I can't see the time. Didn't put it at the end like it normally does. We put it right in the middle. So this is definitely going to be filmed in widescreen, I guess. So it definitely show that it's on its side. Almost better to just dab it on. Now I know why people do that dabbing motion when they're painting on something that's slick. And this is probably what the Mod Podge is for, to give it a more solid surface so it's not see-through. And then you don't have to use so many coats of paint. And it holds on to the slick surface better with the Mod Podge. No, the dabbing definitely worked a lot better than just trying to paint it on. Do the pink one more time. Keep dropping my markers. My hands don't grasp very well, so I do drop a lot. Pause it. I'll be taking a break after this. Edit this. Go have something to eat. Hopefully get back to the next project real soon. And then I think the next project I'm going to be doing some drawing for the rest of the day so I can get some drawings done that I can color later. and then do one of the drawings I've already printed off. To draw, to paint on, color on, paint color. And I'll use these markers because I haven't used acrylic to color before. I've used color pencil to color, well, you know, not on plastic. I haven't used color pencil, haven't used acrylics to do it like a colored image, like to color it all the way through. I've done patterns, but I haven't done an image. And patterns and images, like an actual drawn image of something that we recognize as a animal or an inanimate object or person, has different laws from just coloring a pattern. Different rules to make things look good. Kind of dab it on. I know on paper that these are not as see-through. And the surface like this is hard to leave paint. It's doing a pretty good job to me. I definitely give it about a 6 or 7 on how well it's sticking to a slick surface. You can hear the night bugs and some of the birds. A cricket in the background. The birds got quieter. I guess they moved away from the window. It's supposed to rain later, so I want to catch some of my drawing with the rain. With the sound of rain. I know I could find sounds on the internet, but it's just so much better when it's natural, when it's being filmed on the spot live while you're doing the filming. So next time I'll just put the light color down and then color over it with the pattern that I want. That way this pattern will be more uniform instead of having strange gaps, outlines and stuff that don't have paint. I'm trying to keep from covering up the lines. Although butterflies do have thinner lines. If I make it thinner, you may not be able to see it. Alright, image is complete. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to do a little better with putting the actual links to my art supplies that I'm using. These I definitely got off from Amazon. This is Wednesday, so the next video should be, I'm not going to read it until it's probably next week. Even though May starts this week, I'll probably read it next week and finish drawing the drawing. If I can, I'll get it copied out, but since I don't have a copy machine, I have to ask somebody to copy out it so that you'll have a colorful version of at least 2 of those illustrations. Expecting Saturday next is a 60 for some greenery like grasses and bushes on here. So next time you see it, I'll show you guys when I complete it. One quick leaf grass pattern on here. Alright, couldn't help it, had to do it real quick. Alright, take care. I hope everybody has a good rest of their week. Bye bye.